everyone, it's Tammy, and today we are celebrating our Independence Day with a little bit of coleslaw and potato salad and barbecue chicken sandwiches. So very patriotic in my opinion, and these potatoes are really cute. I have purple, red, and just regular fingerling potatoes, and then I also have a big huge giant potato. These are just all these potatoes that I had left in my cupboard, and then I even have one baking potato that's ready to be baked, but I am going to make it as part of the potato salad, I think, if I need it. So I'm leaving that one off to the side just for now. And then for my potato salad, I'm just going to kind of chunk these up. I love these purple potatoes just because they're fun. And if you chunk them up all kind of the same size and make them so that they are, I don't know, like, goodness gracious, my animals are talking to each other, I'm sorry. If you make them so that they're about the same size and they will boil quickly, and you can make some pretty quick potato salad. It's when you're trying to boil a whole big potato at once that it takes, it seems like, forever. But I'm just cutting these up like coins, and then I'm cutting them in half, and I have washed them already. You can get rid of the ends if that bugs you. I really don't care. My family doesn't really care, so we're all good. And I am just going to slice these and then add water and put them in. Ooh, this one's red, that's fun. And then put them into, or let them boil. Sorry, I'm listening to my animals while they're fighting with each other. Whoo-wee. Just when I sit down to do a video to show you guys something, they start kvetching. Buttercup, no. And I'm just going to put water in this after I get this filled, not filled, but fuller. I'll show you. And then I'll let them boil for about 15 minutes or so until the potatoes are soft. And then that's all there is to it. And then I'll just add the mayonnaise and some mustard, and I'll show you all that when I start. Buttercup, no. She thinks the cats are playing, and they're not playing. I didn't cut those in half, did I? I really don't even know if I need that other baked potato. I think that just these fingerling potatoes are going to be enough. I'm trying to make enough for us to have for dinner tonight and then lunch tomorrow, because I have not been bringing my lunch, and it's expensive when you don't bring your lunch to work and you have to buy something. Or sometimes I'll just tell myself, oh, you don't need to eat, but then by the time I get home I'm starving, and that's not very good. And I know I'm not really starving, I'm just hungry, and then I get hangry. Well, that's probably enough. I probably don't need to do any more potatoes. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm trying to decide if I want to do one, or I think I'm just going to leave these and not do them tonight. And I mean, that could be 2 baked potatoes for my husband and I to have another day. So I'm going to get these boiling, and then I will be back to show you the coleslaw. Okay, so to get the slaw going, I have some leftover slaw that was in a bag that I used for something else. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that. And then I'm going to take a half a head of cabbage, and I'm going to core it, because nobody needs that middle part. And I'm just going to slice this up into thin coleslaw-y slices. Coleslaw-y, that's a word. And if you get some bigger chunks, you know, unless you're serving the president or something, and heck, even then, I just treat them like I treat my family, and my family is the most special people to me, and they don't care if there's some bigger chunks and some smaller chunks, and it's just about the experience, really. And some of my ingredients are going to be from one of the take-home, or not take-home, but delivery services that I get, the Blue Apron. But I'm going to use some other ingredients too, just a combination to make it kind of my own, but it's kind of the same thing. So I'm just putting all of that into a bowl. So I have, I don't know, it's probably equivalent to 3/4 of a head of cabbage. If you wanted to add some carrots, you could. I'm going to add about, let's see, how much does this say it is? I'm going to add about a 1/2 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And the other half is going to go in my potato salad when those potatoes get done. And I'm also going to add about maybe between 1/2 and 1/3 of cup of mayonnaise. Between 1/2 and 1/3, that didn't make any sense. Did it make that sense? No, between 1/3 and 1/2 a cup of mayonnaise. Actually, it's probably closer to 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise. And I might need to add some more, but if I do, I'll figure that out once I get going. And I probably need a fork or something to stir this. And then I'm going to also add, let's see, some vinegar. And how much vinegar should I add? Oh, I'm looking at my recipe just to make sure I'm getting this right. So I need to add the vinegar, sugar, and if I had some green onions, I would add those too, but I don't. So my vinegar, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Oh, that's yummy stuff. And I'm going to add I think I'm going to add some parsley. I'm just going to break up this parsley. And this is probably just, I don't know, 1/4 of a, maybe a 2 teaspoons of fresh parsley. And I'm going to add some more vinegar. And this one is from Home Chef. This is white balsamic vinegar. So I'm mixing this with the red wine vinegar. And this is how much? 2 ounces of white balsamic vinegar. And I'm not going to add it all. I'm going to add probably, I'll add half. I'll add about 1 ounce just to see how much I need with that other, with the red wine vinegar too. So let me get something to mix this with. And you can add salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to add some sea salt and herb seasoning that I have from Tastefully Simple. This is some good stuff. I'm going to say I'm adding about 1.5 teaspoons of this because it's yummy. And then I will add a little bit of pepper just because we like it. The pepper would be optional. And you're going to want this to sit, and you're not going to want it to be, at least we don't like it to be all mayonnaise-y, and I don't like it to be, so I don't like it to be too creamy, and I don't like it to be too vinegary, so that's why I only put half of the vinegar in it. Hopefully you guys can see how creamy this is. It's not super creamy, but you let it sit too until I'm ready to eat it, which is going to be about an hour or so from now. So that will be good. And then you need to taste it to make sure that you like it. I'll just put this back in the fridge and let it sit, but I am going to taste it. So I'm just going to grab a little piece or a big piece. Oh, that's good, but it needs a little bit of sugar. And it does say that. It actually says about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to add probably a tablespoon, or maybe even a half a tablespoon. This was 2 tablespoons, so I think I did about a half a tablespoon of sugar. You need it to fight back some of that vinegary taste. But I love vinegar, so I mean, I can drink pickle juice. I love it so much. And that Dijon mustard is really good in this too. Okay, so now I'm going to take another little taste. Oh, that's really good. I see, that's perfect. Just like that. Still has the little bite of vinegar. If you like yours a little sweeter, go ahead and add the rest of the sugar, but I really don't think it needs it. I think it's really good just like this. So I am happy with that. So I will be back when it's time to make the potato salad as soon as that's done so that you can see that. And in the meantime, I'm just going to put this in the fridge. I'll just cover it with a little plastic cover and call it a day until we're ready to eat. Well, as I was putting them in the fridge, I saw that I have some scallions or green onions or whatever these are called. I call them scallions sometimes, most of the time. So what I'm going to do is just chop these up and put half of them in my coleslaw, and then I will save half of them for my potato salad. So it's like 1 scallion each, just because that's what I have. I was actually even thinking about adding just regular white onion to this because I kind of like the taste of onion added. But since I found these, it's even better. I love the taste of these in my coleslaw for sure. I like them in the potato salad too, but I'm just going to take half of it and put it right in here. That's probably half. So 1 green onion. And just mix that around real good. And you can put this coleslaw right on top of your chicken if you want to, like your barbecued chicken. You can make it a sandwich and put the coleslaw right on top. That's what I know a lot of people do. And there we go. And I'm going to use the same wooden spatula for the potato salad when that gets out. But okay, now I'm going to put this in the fridge. Yummo. And here is the chicken, just so you can see it. This is boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And then I mixed it with leftover barbecue sauces that I had in the fridge. And I still have a little bit left so you can see what I used. I have some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and then I also have some local Mark's Feed Store barbecue sauce that I think is awesome. I just found this, so I didn't use this. I used Sweet Baby Ray's. I think there were 2 different kinds of barbecue sauce that I put in this to combine it just to make the barbecue chicken, and I just put the chicken thighs in frozen, and so it's a little liquidy. but it'll be yummy. We'll just serve it on some buns. Okay, so we're back and we have the pot of potatoes all cooked and yummy. I'm going to just go ahead and add this green onion. So this is 1 chopped green onion added to a pound of potatoes that have been chopped and boiled. And then I'm going to add in some sweet pickle relish, and this is approximately 2 tablespoons of sweet pickle relish. And then I'm going to add about 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. Actually, it's not about, it is 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. I just measured it out and put it in this thing since it was already dirty. It had the mayonnaise for the coleslaw in it. So if there was any left from the coleslaw, I'm kind of adding that too because it will make it just a little creamier. And then I'm going to add the leftover Dijon mustard, which makes it, let's see how much, about 1/2 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And this is the good kind with the seeds in it. It's kind of fun to eat that way. Now I'm just going to stir this up. I drained it really well, drained all the water off. And I'm going to need to add some salt and pepper. And I don't like to stir it too much. I kind of just try to blend it because if you stir it, all those potatoes are going to get kind of get kind of mashed. And I don't want mashed potato salad. I just want potato salad. So I'm going to add some pepper, probably 1/2 teaspoon, and probably closer to a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to add some more of this sea salt and herb seasoning. Probably, I don't know, I'm going to say about 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of this. I know that is a lot of salt, but it's a lot of potato. It's a pound of potatoes. My husband loves salt, and frankly, I do too. Not as much as he does, but he will probably still add some salt to this because he is a saltaholic. And our blood pressure is okay. For those of you that I know worry about that kind of thing. As well you should. I appreciate it. So this is really hot right now, so I will probably just try a little piece of it, but I'm not going to try a ton. I'm going to let it cool down in the refrigerator. Oh, that's marvelous. Yeah, I don't even think I need to stir it anymore. I think I'll leave the wooden spoon in there and just set this in the refrigerator just like this if I have room. If not, I'll just find a spot to put it so that it will cool. So that was just a pound of potatoes, a tablespoon of mustard, 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of sweet pickle relish, a tablespoon of salt, a teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of pepper, and about a 1/2 teaspoon of this sea salt with herb seasoning that I get from Tastefully Simple. And that is it. And dinner will be ready as soon as this cools down and the coleslaw gets a chance to mix and marry. And the slow cooker, I don't think I told you guys how long I put that on. So I put the chicken in there frozen, and then I poured the barbecue sauce on top, and I let it sit on low for 6 hours, and then it's been on warm ever since, which makes it, because I put it in about 6 o'clock and it's about 4 o'clock now. So 6, 7, that's about 10 hours that it's been in there. 6 of it was on low and the other 4 have been on warm. And then I just shredded the chicken with 2 forks when I got home. And I didn't show you guys that because I wasn't sure that I was going to do a video. And then I thought, you know what, why not? Because I have all this stuff and it would be good to make some yummy sides to go with it. So there you go. I will plate it up when I'm done and show you that, and that'll be it. Thanks so much for watching, and happy Foodie Friday!